is a big part of this. You know, the belief of something bigger and better than what we are, and that, you know, as individuals, we can have a huge impact on the world as to how we, you know, that whole butterfly effect of how we impact and connect with other people.
If a small business owner flaps his wings in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm going to stand up. Richness of life, kindness, giving, gratitude. Spirit guide, we've talked about that. What do I hate to become to attract what I want? Huh?
What do I have to become?
What do I have to become?
Have to become.
Okay, to attract what I want. Where do you start on that? These are all... These individual questions are little mini courses. You realize this, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, we could talk for years about this stuff.
You know, I shared a little bit about that earlier, about the first awareness that I had of this was when I was wanting to attract a partner, a lifelong partner.
Yeah.
About my husband, is when I wrote down all the qualities and characteristics that I wanted in a partner. And my mom and dad saying, you'll never find anybody like that. And that made me aware in that moment of who do I need to become on the inside to attract. So when we talk about the law of attraction, when you're attracting energy or something that we want in our life, before that, what has to happen is the law of resonance, which is what's going out. What are you resonating? What is the energy that you're giving off? What is the mindset, the thought process that you're giving off? So thought has energy. We know that from quantum physics.
Yes.
That thoughts are they're brain waves, but they're energy and they're waves that go out. So before we can attract anything, you have to resonate and give it off. So you have to become that first on the inside, mindset and habits and behavior. And when you're giving that off, then you attract.
But people get stuck, though, don't they?
They do.
You know, they get stuck in their needle goes about this far, and then they can never...
They are giving off the wrong mindset, the energy. They don't realize that it is actually a very simple process to create and manifest.
Oh.
It is a very simple process, but you have to keep your mind very clear and very focused. Because what happens is they keep changing their mind, and then that internal doubt gets in there going, oh, I don't believe this. This can't work for me. And that is one of those thoughts that stops the process right there in its tracks.
So self-talk, positive self-talk.
The positive self-talk is actually very concentrated thinking, and you don't allow anything to interfere in that process, to allow the continued thoughts. Because everything in the universe already exists. Everything that we could possibly want already exists out there somewhere.
Yeah.
To be able to attract it to you, you have to be of the same mindset. You have to resonate with the same frequency as what's already in place.
That's so true. You got to be able to separate fact from opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your parents said, you'll never find it. That was their opinion.
That was their opinion and their experience in
that's
life.
That's exactly right.
Okay?
Their belief system.
Their belief system in life.
Yeah.
So if we allow those people and that way of thinking to be internalized, if we believe those things, we won't get what it is that we want. I mean, we're always getting what it is we want, but sometimes it is the things that we don't want, for sure.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because somebody said that we have over 50,000 thoughts a day.
We do.
And the majority of those thoughts are negative.
Yes, they are.
We get bombarded so often, and you shifted around 180 degrees, and instead of 50,000 thoughts, most of them negative, you put a positive spin on them.
You have to
put
a positive spin.
And it lightens up your day, doesn't it? It lightens the burden.
Does. And you know, the words that we use in conversation affect the way that we think.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, when my husband said, are you afraid? And I said, no, I'm fascinated. Why would my body do this? And it was just this choice of words. I can choose to be fearful and frustrated, or I can choose to be fascinated. It's like being in rush hour traffic. You can be frustrated, which will evoke a certain kind of emotional response and certain habits and behaviors, like flipping the finger to somebody, you know, who cuts you off. But if you are fascinated by the process, there is a whole different mindset and an emotional response from that.
You must be very proud of the absolute control that you have over your attitude.
You know, I think my attitude is significantly better than most people's attitude.
Oh,
it is a work in progress, always, for sure. We're human beings, okay? None of us are perfect. the idea that it's always there on top of mind and that it affects how I live my life and how life shows up for me and what my experience in life is going to be is huge. And when I communicate that to my clients and make them realize that you can have an extraordinary life, a happy life, a peaceful life, simply by controlling what it is that you're thinking about, you know what? You can have the most extraordinary life. You can be happy. You can have everything that you want.
So there are coaches out there that teach you business. But you teach personal development. And that far supersedes anything that I've ever seen out there on the surface that other coaches are doing. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it?
Yeah, and you know, it's all
They teach
all part
business,
of it.
you teach personal development. That's huge.
And both. The business development part of it as well, too. I mean, you will have controllers, you will have accountants that will refine the aspect of the growth of a big business. You will have the marketing people, you will have the sales people, you will have those that run the administration aspect, those that run operations, those that are into manufacturing, research and development, production, delivery, all those aspects of big business. But you need to have a handle on what and an awareness of what all those things are. Doesn't mean that you have to know every aspect inside and out. You just have to know what the fundamentals are of the business, how to make sure that you're bringing on the right people to run the appropriate business, and how to lead the business appropriately, take it to where it needs to go.